that feel?
That was cool.
Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out this episode of Corey's Car Review. Our friends at Eddie's Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram in Wichita have kindly gave us another vehicle to showcase, to share with you guys, and it's the 2026 Dodge Charger. The entry-level Charger is an RT, and then the next level up from that is this one, which is a Scat Pack, and then the all-electric version is the Daytona option. I'm excited to share this with you. There's been a lot of controversy over this car when it came out. It first debuted as an electric vehicle. The previous year, Charger and Challenger, they quit making them in 24. So in 25, when Dodge brought out this new body style, it was only available in a electric vehicle. So for 26, now they've gave us the gas version, and then you can also get the electric version. The front, you've got these LED headlights, turn signals. You've got this LED daytime running light. A cool option that we noticed was it actually says Dodge right here in the headlight. Back in the late 60s, or I guess in the 60s, Dodge used the Frat Zog emblem, which is, they've incorporated it in this. So the Frat Zog emblem's in the front, they light up. It's in the back. It's also on the wheels, which we'll show you. It's a cool looking car. Of course, obviously, it's my favorite color. It's black on black. This built-in front splitter down here, all this is gloss black. This front portion is matte black, which is probably good because over time with bugs hitting that's probably gonna chip. All these air intakes up here are all functional right here. Now, the thing that I wish they would have changed is the air intake on the passenger side on the bottom is functional. This one is not. This one's blocked off. I don't know why they did that, but you can see this one down here is functional. Now it does say SixPack, which we'll get into the motor after when I pop the hood and show you guys. It says SixPack up here. This is 6 to 10 inches longer than the previous wide body, the previous Challengers and Chargers, and this one is 2 inches wider than the previous wide body Hellcats. They've built all that in to the fender, so there's not any fender flares anymore. This one, obviously, has a painted black mirror. An option that you can get with these is you can get a full glass roof. This one doesn't have it. You can't open and close it. It's just open all the time. It is tinted, so that is nice. It's factory tinted, so it doesn't cook you in the summer. You know, if you're in California or southern Texas, or I guess really anywhere it gets hot, even here in Kansas. So the wheel package, this is all-wheel drive, so you're going to have the same size wheel and tires set up all the way around. They're 275/40/20s, and you have the option. They come standard with 20 by 10 inch wheels, and you have the option to get 20 by 11 inch wheels up front. And this is something I don't understand again why they didn't do it. Up front, you've got 6-piston Brembo brakes. You come around to the back, you just have a standard caliper in the back. One thing that is nice, these rotors are slotted. The door handles, you don't have a traditional door handle. It doesn't open. There's a button underneath that you push and it opens. And a lot of reason is, well, I don't know that it's necessarily the reason because the first one was electric, but since this was originally debuted as an electric car, everything on is electric. The hood release, the hatch release, the floor pan in this is really high. It almost feels like you're sitting in a recliner with your feet up, because since this came out originally as an electric vehicle, all the batteries were underneath. Well, since this is the gas version, the floor pan is still higher than normal. It's not uncomfortable, but it kind of feels weird because normally the floor pans are down a little bit. Your fuel door, like new cars, you just push it and it opens. 91 octane or higher. It's what it's rated for. 20 by 10 or 20 by 11 on the back. You move around to the back, you've got these extractors are functional, allow all the built-up air in the fender wells to come out. You've got your LED brake light. You can see your turn signal and hazard light, brake light. It's all LED. There's the Frat Zog emblem on the back. So these gas chargers, they all say Charger here on the back. If you get the Daytona version, which is all electric, it says Daytona back here. You have the option of the stainless steel exhaust tips, or you can get the gloss black exhaust tips. It's got cameras all the way around it. So you can, like the CTSV Cadillacs, and I think a lot of sports cars are going to that, where you can put an SD card in and you can record yourself on a track. But you've got this camera here, you've got a camera in the front right above the Frat Zog emblem on the front, and then you've got the cameras right there on under the mirrors. So to pop the hood, it's an electric button to the left of the steering wheel on the dash. You push it, the hood pops. This is the inline straight six pack twin turbo. You get twin turbos with the RT, which I'll talk about that in a second. The RT version, which is a standard output. The Scat Pack version, which is what this one is the higher output version. Both of them have the straight six inline six, straight six. Same motor that they put in the Jeep Wagoneers, they put in the light duty Dodge pickups. I like the SixPack engine cover they've got right there. So the standard horsepower, the RT level is the entry level. The standard horsepower for that is 420 horsepower, and that one offers 468 foot-pounds of torque, and those turbos give you 22 pounds of boost. With the high output version, which is what this one is with the Scat Pack, you get 550 horsepower and 531 foot-pound of torque. The difference is you have they upgrade the turbos to two 54 millimeter turbos. They offer 30 pounds of boost. You have dual intercoolers. They give you dual fuel pumps, and 90% of the peak horsepower and the peak torque from this car comes at only 2,500 RPM. So the gas-powered Charger weighs 4,800 pounds, and the Daytona, which is an EV version, it weighs 5,800 pounds. The top speed is 177 mile an hour and a quarter mile time of 11.7 seconds. So something else I want to point out to you guys, look how big that strut tower brace is. Those strut tower braces are to stiffen up the suspension on the front end. I also want to tell you on the Daytona version, the electric version, that's 670 horsepower, 627 pound-feet of torque, and that one will do 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. The way you can tell the different body style between the Daytona version and the RT and the Scat Pack version, well, I guess between the electric car and the gas car, the main difference is in the front right here. They call it an R-wing on the Daytona version. So the R-wing comes right here, and the nose still comes down under the R-wing, and it gives it 30% less lift because air at higher speeds, air will go up under that front spoiler, I guess, and it'll suck the front end down. It reminds me of the hood, the fender vents that were on here for the Superbirds in NASCAR. They had a little opening, and that would allow air from the engine compartment and inside the fender to come up and go out this, and it would suck that front end down. So other than that, that's that, and the back where it says Daytona on the bottom and instead of Charger, that's really the only two differences. Something I want to point out if you step back is the styling of this. I mean, you can tell I'm 6'3", and you can tell just how long and how big this car is. It's quite a bit. I mean, it's several inches higher than the old Challenger. They don't make the Challenger anymore, so the Charger now comes in a 2-door and a 4-door option. When it first came out, it was just the 2-door. Now they have the 4-door option. It's the same size as the 2-door is the same size as the 4-door. They just shortened this door to about right here, and then that second door will come out to probably right about in here. Well, right before that fender. So you get the same size whether you get the 2-door or the 4-door. The back seat, you get the same leg room in the 2-door or 4-door. Obviously the 4-door is just easier to get in. The styling I want to point out, we all know that the Challenger was styled, the previous body style that ran for 17 years, something like that. We all know it was based off of the 70 Challenger. Well, they've went back a couple years to the 68 and 69 Challenger. So you look at this and you see a lot of body lines that resemble the 68 and 69 with the front end, the way this front end is open all the way across, and you get that daytime running light all the way across. Then you go to the back and you can see, we'll just walk around this side. You haven't seen this side yet. Then you go to the back and you can see the way the back resembles that 68 and 69 Charger. So the back is a hatch now. You don't have the trunk. And yeah, cars have big trunks, but you have to bend over and reach way in there to get anything. This is a hatch now. It makes it way easier to get stuff in and out of here. The button's right here on the back. Push that. We have all of our filming stuff back here. Oh, I forgot about the sticker. Diamond Black Crystal is the color of this. I told you I wasn't sure what the color was. Diamond Black Crystal. Sticker is $54.9. Well, that's the base price. Total price with this one, with all the options, is $63,360. So you can tell I'll get this bag out, all the room that you have back here. The back seats will fold down, and that'll give you even more room. You've got a couple lights right here during the night. And the button to close this is right here. You just push it. But that shows you the amount of room that you've got back here. Well, that's closing. So moving to the inside, you can tell that Dodge has done a really good job with that door panel. I like the design they've got on that door panel. You can see the nice red stitching on the top. You've got the contrast stitching, the red and the white stitching on the armrest. The door handles are right there in the middle. They're electric, but you've also got the pull button. If the battery was dead, you've got your pull button switch down there on the bottom. Plenty of storage room on the door panels. You move on up here to the dash, you've got all this red stitching, the red and white stitching up here, the red stitching up on the top. You've got all the stitching down the side, the seats. You've got really nice leather seats. An option that you can get is you get the Alcantara inserts right here on these seats, and this dash right here will also have Alcantara, and I've seen some cars that look like that. That's really nice. So on this driver's side, same thing, same setup, but you've got your memory seats right here, which is kind of weird because when the door's shut, you'll probably notice that you might hit the left side of your knee on that, and you'll see they'll start adjusting by itself. But you've got your power window or your power mirror controls, door lock, and your window switches. As I mentioned, with this being electric vehicle first, your hood release is actually right here on the side. And you've got your light switch and your dash light. Another option they offer is you can get aluminum pedals. You can get aluminum gas pedal or brake pedal. You can get aluminum gas pedal. You can't get an aluminum dead pedal, which I wish they added that. But on the steering wheel it says Dodge. I also forgot to show you guys that on the door seal right here, that also says Dodge. You've got your flat top and flat bottom steering wheel. It's different, two different kinds of leather, which is really nice. You've got the red stitching here on the steering wheel. They call this attitude adjustment lighting. So since I was looking at that in the picture or in the video, I'll show it to you. It goes all the way around the top and right there down the door, and I'll show you how to adjust that. You can actually adjust that in this screen, but this is what your gauge looks like. I like that they've incorporated your temperature gauge, because I don't really like the cars that you can't see that. You got your fuel gauge on the right. Right here is the small little icon for your transmission selector, and that car, you've got the tire pressure monitoring system, and that's always up all the time. Your speedometer, and then you've got your boost pressure. And right up here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a pretty good size heads-up display. And these seats feel really good. Oh, you got your different drive modes, so you can hit the drive mode, and you can toggle between. We had it on sport, but now when you change it to sport, the exhaust will open up a little bit in the back and a little bit louder. You can customize it, and then the gauge changes. You can do wet snow. I just noticed that Fratzog logo is up there. Now when you turn it to sport, the traction control automatically turns off. There's that traction control light that turned off. So down here on your controls, you've got your the automatic engine start stop button. You can turn that off. Your parking assist, your lane departure, and your traction control, which is off. So this launch button, you can push that. It's not going to let you, because it says, we just found this out, rates option unavailable, odometer less than 500 miles. But on this launch control, you push that. You can hold the brake and push OK on the steering wheel, hold the OK button, and hammer the gas, and it will let you, you can adjust the different RPMs, and it has launch control, and that's how you're able to do that. Apparently you can't do it if it's under 500 miles. Also, you've got your two USB-C chargers. This is a portable charger. You've got some storage space here. Your pistol grip shifter mounted to an 8-speed automatic transmission, so all of these have 8 speeds. The only manual option you have is when you put it in drive. If you start shifting with the paddle shifters, you will have to hold the right paddle shifter to get it out of manual mode. But you can use the paddle shifters if you can find them. These paddle shifters are really small. It would be nice if they were a little bit bigger, but they're not. You've got the your volume and your radio controls, or actually your radio control and your volume right here behind the steering wheel. I do like this pistol grip handle. 2 cup holders. Here's your push button start, electric e-brake, which is what they're all going to now. This is the this only opens one way, your center console. You've got a 12-volt outlet. Some options are you have 1 or 2 USB charging ports in here, but this one is not option like that. Like I mentioned earlier, this doesn't have the full glass, the panoramic roof, I think is what they call it. I would prefer not to have it because it would be extra hot, but this one doesn't have it. You've got all your dome light switches up here. That's actually how you open the back hatch. Push that twice. Like I said, it's electric, your dome lights. So let's talk about some of this going on. I like the way that you get the haptic feedback when you push these different buttons. You've got your dual climate control, so you can adjust your heating and cooling that you want. Both seats are power. You've got heated and cooled seats on both of them. Heated steering wheel. You go to comfort, and also you can adjust it here. You go to vehicle. You go to race options. Activate line lock. Of course, then it pops up can't because it's less than 500 miles. But you can touch the shift light, activate shift light, and now it illuminates the shift light. The RPM or the tack on this is kind of weird because 1, 2, and 3 is really close together, and then 4, 5, and 6 are a little bit further apart, and it's hard to really tell when you're supposed to shift because it's like nothing, and then bam, the red line. So it's not like yellow and then red. But you can activate the shift light. You can change where all your gears are where all your gears shift. Here is the line lock. So if you don't know what line lock is, it will send 100% of your braking to the front, and it'll allow you to do a burnout. It'll send 100% of your brake to the front. You won't have any braking in the rear, and there will be no reason why you can't light the tires up on this. Performance page, it shows like your timers, your quarter mile time, all your different gauges: coolant temp, oil pressure, oil temp, transmission temperature, battery voltage, air intake temperature, coolant temperature, your boost pressure. As we mentioned, the standard output is 22 pounds. The high output is 33 pounds. Air fuel ratio, engine power, engine torque. Just a lot of cool stuff you can do on that. You can tell how many G's you're pulling on this on a takeoff, which we'll have to do that. We'll do a launch on this because it's all-wheel drive, and we'll show you the G's it's pulling. I know it pulls enough to lock the seatbelt because we know it does that. Of course, then it has your graph and show you all that stuff. One thing about this is when you push it, it is there are a couple buttons that it's kind of laggy a little bit. Not a huge deal, but just takes a second or so to come up. There's your different drive modes: sport, auto, and then when you click it, your instrument cluster up here on the driver's side, it changes. And you can customize it. You can have track control on, and then the shift light off, or whatever you want to do it. But pretty much everything, when I customize it, it went straight to everything that was on sport mode. So I just drive everything in sport mode because it's stiffer suspension, and with this, the exhaust sounds better. That's it. I mean, you've got all your controls up here, and like I said, it's got the haptic feedback. It vibrates when you adjust the temperature. This is a 12.3 inch infotainment screen. Something else I wanted to mention. On the Daytona, on the electric version, there is, I don't know where on here, but there's a power boost button that you can hit, which I think all electric vehicles have that, and that gives you an extra 40 horsepower. All right, I'm gonna hop in the back seat, show you guys the room back there. So on these seats, you pull this lever, you pull that tab, and the seat will automatically power adjust all the way up. When you fold the seat back, it'll automatically slide back up. Hop in the back and show you here. Okay, so I'm 6'3", and I've got plenty of room back here, plenty of headroom. The seat's comfortable, but the seat's not going to be able to be all the way back where I drive it because my knees are going to be hitting it. I don't know if you would have more room with the panoramic roof as you do with this this regular hardtop. But I'm not hitting my head. If you went over bumps pretty hard, I probably would. Nice, comfortable leather seats. Let me show you guys some of the amenities that you get back here. So you get heated seats in the back, which I don't know how many cars do have that. 2 USB-C chargers back here in your AC vents. You've got your cubby holes back there on each side, speakers. Pretty nice room. I'll probably cut that out because that sounded stupid.
I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video of this brand new 2026 Dodge Charger. A huge shout out to our friends at Eddie's Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram on West Kellogg in Wichita, Kansas, for giving us the opportunity not only to drive this, but to have some fun with it, to showcase it with you guys. I can't wait to show you other cars they have on their lot. You need to come by and check them out. I know they've got an 04 Cobra, and that's on our radar for next week, so fingers crossed they don't sell it before that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. How'd that feel?